I think the ages of 18 and 22 are some of the most formative years in a person's life. I look back to that time period as so formative in the shaping of my values and the way I view the world.
This is the time where students have the questions and are open and are questioning and are searching and have the freedom to make eternal decisions.
I believe that God has ways in which He works with students.
These are the people who will be the missionaries, these college kids.
Urbana is a great gift to the student generation. I remember my first Urbana in 1993, and I remember the seat I was sitting in when I heard the evangelist Ravi Zacharias speak about the need for evangelism in our world and how Jesus is so different from all the other gods in the world.
That is the key to understanding this exclusive claim, that it must at all times be undergirded by love.
I came to Urbana in 1987. The speakers spoke about issues of justice, issues of reconciliation, spoke about urban ministry.
I believe that God longs for and looks for those who will go to the cities of our world.
And actually this is where I got the call to be a pastor in the city. And now I'm trying to live that out, that call that I received in Urbana in 1987.
I made a commitment in my seat that night that I would be a witness with global purposes. I believe that 10 years later, God's really honored that covenant. And Urbana was the window that God had opened to me about the vast, vast greatness of the gospel.
I see a positive expression of contextualizing the gospel to a new generation of believers, able to communicate in ways that are relevant, at the same time not compromising the truth. The speakers are still there speaking biblical truth. The presentations of the drama, the worship, they're still steeped in Scripture, they're still steeped in many of the traditions and many of the foundational truths of Christianity.
Urbana is an evidence that the Spirit of God still moves in North American churches and youth, opening their eyes to the missionary needs around the world and to the opportunities and challenges to Christian mission.
Don't dream all the wrong dreams. Be strategic. Be significant.
My friends, the gospel of God is the only word of faith. It is the only word of hope for our troubled and fractured world.
So I think one of the great gifts that Urbana brings to the church is it brings the exposure to what the Lord is doing in the world, but it also exposes us to the world.
And I sense that Urbana is one of the few missions conferences around the world that are really thinking, grappling with the issues of the changing global mission context.
Today's university students are tomorrow's world leaders.
They are bright and they're intelligent and they're risk takers and they're bold, and it's college students that need to enter into some of the most important, strategic, perhaps risky nations today.
There's an impelling go in the gospel. So if Jesus says go, then brothers and sisters, we ought to go.